Hello everyone, welcome back to the Driving channel, and today you can see we are not in a car, we are not racing, we are in an F-18 Hornet jet taken off somewhere in the UAE. And yeah, Digital Combat Simulator, DCS is affectionately known. I've been trying out a few different sims. I got a bit of a burnout on iRacing, so I thought, you know what, let's try something different. Let's kind of see what this is all about. So I've got a new head tracking software, which you can see I'm kind of getting used to. I'm setting the actual altitude here, which has been given to me as a QFE of 29.67, so I'm setting that so I get a true reading on my altimeter, I think it's called. I'm still learning, so I'm still checking, but just seeing what my PC can handle as well. So the graphics are a bit lower than they probably could be, to be fair, but they've introduced some new cloud programming into this over the last few days, so I'm giving it a bit of a fly and seeing what sort of, if I can get used to it, it's something I can get used to, and see if I can do a few missions, see how the training goes. But it is a 1-to-1 scale, so every button you can see in that cockpit, it's called a high fidelity jet, and every button you can see is clickable and usable. There you go. I'm just checking the map here. You can kind of see where I am. It's Dubai, Abu Dhabi. There it is there, and over to the right I think is the Yas Marina Airport and potentially an F1 circuit, so we might try and fly up there and have a quick look. But as I was saying, the jet is a high fidelity jet is what they call it, so every button is clickable. It's a 1-to-1, so you can technically fly this and then go and do the same thing in real life. Now you'll probably be a lot more scared, and you probably won't be able to handle the G-forces, but technically you should be able to do it. So take off now, up to full throttle. Always take off an afterburner in this jet, I believe, and then we're just going to slowly rotate the front end so you can get a bit of lift, and this jet should take off about 150 knots. So I'm just moving around in the centre, a bit of wind, crosswind maybe. So up we go, bit of lift off, gear up and flaps, as you can see hopefully soon, and we'll just get up to about hopefully 5,000 feet and then make a circuit all the way around to Yas Marina. So it is free to download this software when you are given a couple of planes for free, which is a Su-25T Frogfoot, which is like a ground attack vehicle, and the P-51 Mustang, I think, which is a World War II asset. So they do World War II assets, and obviously do they more of a modern fighter jet generation 3 and generation 4. Everything else you have to kind of pay for to download to play and get the licenses. Wow, look at that sunrise. So it's about 7:15 AM in the morning around Dubai. Clouds look great, not as great as I want for my my PC. So what I'll do is I'll do some more videos and upgrade everything. I think I got the water down to low as well, which I will be changed to medium. In fact, I have changed to medium. They look loads better, but even still, this is low settings and the jet looks great. Just the atmosphere is great. The sound is ear blowing really when you are flying around, but just kind of getting used to using the mechanics and the head track software, which is the Delan Clip. So it's not Track IR, it's called the Delan Clip Engineering. It's a lot cheaper alternative. It seems to be like a small venture, and they kind of change PS3 cameras and use infrared sticks to the side of your headset to kind of help move the camera around, which is great in games like this, and I might try and incorporate it into my sim software. Now I'm just trying to locate where I am. I'm struggling with locations. I haven't set up any waypoints or anything, but I've just noticed Abu Dhabi International and the Yas Island, so I'm flying towards that. A little bit of shimmering and rendering in the distance there, but I've managed to sort out all my settings. But I'm just dipping under the clouds now. Nice steady flying. It is difficult. The amount of times I've crashed and take off and I've blown my wheels. It is a proper true simulation, so if you are into your flying, it's definitely worth having a go. We've got Dubai International. You can see the light shimmering off the water there, which is quite nice, to be fair. I've got all the textures down. Look at that glare from that sun. I've got all the textures down on the floor because you don't really need it, to be honest, unless you are going sightseeing, which I am today, which I think the detail on the Ferrari world and the circuit and the hotel is not the best, but you get the picture as we're flying across anyway. But mainly it was to see how the PC records while I'm flying, and it did absolutely fine, no overheating or anything, so that's great. So expect to see more videos. But there is the international airport, and as you can see up ahead, you can just see the blue hue of the hotel that goes across the circuit. We're just going to open it up so I can just bank the aircraft to the right, and then I'll turn my head and then we'll have a look at the circuit. And then there's the red of Ferrari World as well, so really quite good simulation of the Yas Islands. As we're just going to look at that sea, even on low settings it still looks pretty good. It's no Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I have to worry about all the combat side of this. It is a combat flight simulator, this one. There you go, there's the Dubai circuit. Not the best rendering because I've got it on low, but you get the idea. And there's Ferrari World with the worst Ferrari badge I've ever seen, but there you go, and that's the circuit. So what we'll do is we'll have a gentle fly out towards the sea, and then we'll try and get a good view of the clouds and the sun and the shadows it creates. So it's really why I'm here. But if it's something that you want to see more of, if it's something you take part in, I'd love to do some missions with you. Maybe I could learn something from you. It's definitely something I want to get more and more into. I'm going to have to put probably 1,000 hours before I even get confident with the jet. But the point is, you pick one jet and get used to it, and then you can pick more. So you've got other things near. You've got like the A10 Warthog, which is probably a lot of you are aware from Call of Duty what that is, or Battlefield. And then you get some low fidelity jets. You can get jets for like $12–15, which I really like. Just pick up and fly, turn the engine on and go, and you just have to set the trim and set your flaps. So try and be really cool by jet banking to the right hand side and then going through some cloud. So as you come up, I'm just going to turn around into the sun. But you can get some low fidelity stuff, but these, look at that. But then these jets, I've got everything in, so they cost a bit more, probably about $80 or 65 English pounds if you want to have a fly in one of these. But pick one and stick with it. And you can even do carrier landings and stuff. There's an F-14 Tomcat from Top Gun if you want the Top Gun feels. But yeah, some great videos out there, worth looking at. Some people have got the PCs to run this in 4K, etc. Have a look at some of their flights and how they fly these, and informations, air-to-air refueling, everything you can think you could do in a jet, you can do in this simulation. So it's definitely worth picking up, and I'll be playing more and more of it, even just as a hobby, not even for YouTube, even if it doesn't prove to be popular. But let me know what you think. Don't forget to drop a like, and if you want to see more, subscribe. I've got some Set Course competition coming up, as well as some potentially F1 stuff, but have a view of this now. I'll see you in a bit.